Tiki Mobile, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. It's a very bright and very sunny day here in Kyoto, but that's okay because we're actually going to be on the way out to get to Osaka. But first, we need to get a car. I mean, sure, we could do a Shinkansen. Shinkansens are reliable and they're inexpensive and they're fast, but we have a ton of luggage, and we're going to be driving to a place where there's not a whole lot of train and bus service because we're way out in Daito City, which is in the northeast of Osaka. So we figured it would just be easiest to grab a car and drive all our stuff down there, drop it off, and then I can drive down to the yard, which is just going to make things way easier. So about $100 to get a K-van for the whole day, and can't wait to see what we're going to get, and I'm excited to be driving again in Japan. We're in our car. It's a Delica Mini, and it has 381 kilometers on it. So we are about to double the number of kilometers that are in this car. So this thing is 100% brand new, and adventure time. So here we go. Here is our Delica, brand spanking new 2026. We'll take a little bit more of a look at the yard, but for right now, here is our accommodations. We are guests of our friend Sean, and we've taken a quick look through the house, but we'll do a formal tour later. But first impressions, Tiki Mom?
This is beautiful. I would live here in a heartbeat.
So we get to explore the neighborhoods all day. Exciting.
I know, I'm looking forward to getting out and walking around, checking things out.
All right, so we're driving in Osaka. I'll be honest, it feels wonderful to be back here. There's just something about the vibe of Osaka that just makes me happy, and it just feels like my home away from home. My only regret is that driving through all those little back streets over in Daito City, there was a ton of really cool cars. Like, there was Import Legal Hijet, there was a Subaru Classic truck, which was awesome. There was a black R34 GTR, a drag spec twin in blue with the National Drag Racing Association logo all over from the US. Just a ton of really cool stuff out here. There's so much personality in the area, and now we're going to drive to the southwest side, which is ironic because we're staying in the northeast side, and just get to the yard and then have a lot of fun. So stick with me. Coming to an auction near you. All right, here's our pair. We got the way before the fame of Try, and we got our Delica Mini. And this thing is incredibly new. And let me just give you a quick tour of this guy, because right now you got the automatic opening doors. I got the seats down, so we'll put those guys back up. But yeah, we got seat covers on here. There is plenty of room. Look, we'll do a back seat review here, a la shooting cars. I mean, look at this. Again, there is a good 8 inches of room back here. And my driver's seat is in the seating position. You've got these little like lunch trays back here. So you've got your drinks and you can just chillax. And what's crazy is you even get a charging spot back here. So you've got a little USB-C spot. And then let's take a look at the front from the back because it's easier. We got our dash mounted automatic transmission, all of our climate controls, touch screen, digital display. We've got power windows all the way around. This has got every feature you could possibly imagine. Lane assist, parking assist, sensors everywhere. The backup camera. It's even got that little camera that shows you from the top down. Big rear view mirror. And then up here we've got air conditioning vents back and front, which is really cool, so you can control that back here. Storage is pretty much non-existent. You can get probably a couple of day bags back there, but all things considered, I really like this van. It's quick, it's sporty, it's got, you know, your power windows, it's got your screens back here in case you got kids. The windshield is massive, and you got your dash cam up there. So pretty cool all the way around. I really like the soft close on the doors, and the styling pretty much rules. So would I own a Delica Mini if I was living in Japan? You know what? This would be up on the list. This would be top 10 for sure. But let's start off with our first car here. This is a Mitsubishi Town Box. This is a 2001 model, which is going to be legal in the month of May. So this one is almost good to go. The really nifty thing about this guy is that it looks like a normal van up front, but when you turn around and look in the back, it has a full ramp for disability scooters, mobilized wheelchairs, etc. Oh, it's even got an umbrella back there. I think I might use that. And it's just got all of the accoutrements for everything that you're going to need back there. Got some cushions up front. We'll probably take these guys out of here. But 3-speed automatic transmission, air conditioning, nice big video mirror. I'm really hoping this makes it through port. Yeah, this thing needs a good detail, but otherwise it's going to clean up super duper nice. Just a little bit of scuffing right here on the rear bumper, you know, traditional stuff. But again, it's a silver painted car. It's not something that I expect to be all that difficult to repair paint wise. But again, it's got, so this whole piece actually folds down, and then the ramp slides over the top of it. We've got a jump seat back here in case you do need some extra passenger space. But this is really wide back in here, and there is so much space for tie downs and mats. Just a really cool van. And this is super high roof. Like, I'm standing, in my head is barely touching the door frame. So this has got more than enough room to navigate in here. I think the only detriment is actually the crank windows in the back because we got powers in the front. But man, this is really cool. And I know one of the things that makes this so special is that so many mobility vehicles in the United States are just so unreasonably expensive. And there's a ton of regulations around them that say very specifically they have to be a model year old at most. So if you don't want to have to buy a brand new vehicle and put a ramp in it, then you know what? JDM might be your go-to because these are readily available. They are easy to find, and they can completely set up. And the nice thing is our shop over here will be more than happy to tune these whole things up and make sure that everything on these vans and trucks and cars and everything else is ready to go for when it lands in the United States. So if you want them turnkey ready, we can happily do so. And right next to our Town Box is a car for sale. This is a 2000 Toyota Aristo V300 Vertex Edition. And allow me to show you what that means. That is what the V300 Vertex Edition means. That's right, this is a twin turbo engine up front. This is the 2JZ version, and if you're curious to know why it looks the way it does, this is the exact same engine that you get in the Supra, and it's in a sedan. So if you want a super sedan, this is your guy. And let me tell you, it is a hoot and a half to drive around. Maybe when this whole parking lot starts to clear out, we'll do it. But if you're looking for something with enough power to make your day complete every single day, really nice because we got a timing belt sticker on there. This is 100% your guy. All we need to do is give this a detail, clean up the headlights, and let's take a look inside because it's awesome. This is what we got. Big doubled-in screen, dual airbags, nice blue interior. Let's go around the other side. Got power folding mirrors, as is tradition here in Japan. And then let's take a look at the driver's side. Yep, there we go. We got the power mirrors, power folding, got our gas release. We got all these dashes. Let's crank this guy up. This battery is 100% toast, unfortunately enough, but we got the fully lit gauges that are showing out back there. Huge screen, multi-display. Got the ETC card in the dash. Very, very cool. It is super clean in here. It's very dusty, don't get me wrong, but looks like the ashtray hasn't been used. We got a power plug over here, which is really cool. Not quite sure what this goes to, but I'm sure it has something to do with the Vampire power. Another USB charger right here. This is a 4-speed automatic with traction off, power, and snow modes. Big bin over there, and just like the Legnum, you've got 2 different modes of this. Let's see if I can figure it out on the fly, because I know there's another. There it goes. Boom. So a little dusty, a little dirty in here, but all things considered, very clean. Very nice back seat. So you can transport passengers, bang them around a drift track, and just make them scream. All right, up here we got our sunglass holders, mirrors. We got this guy. We got one over here. Got that guy, and we can see we've got a little microphone for our screen controls. But wow, this thing is awesome. So there you go, Toyota Aristo V300 Vertex Edition. Price on this is $9,100 shipped. Looks like it did have a spoiler back here at one point in time, but it's been covered up, unlike some of the things we've seen at auction. But hey, if you want to pick this thing up and put a nice big spoiler on it, I will be happy to track one down for you and have the crew here put it on. So again, this is a really dynamite little car at a really affordable price, just ready to go for you. A bit windy out here, so we're going to switch over to lavalier mic in case my audio sounds a little bit different. But here's a brand new edition that is now officially in the Tiki Bunny stock. This is a 2000 Mitsubishi Pajero Mini. It's got the 2-tone paint, red over silver. This is what's called the anniversary edition, or the 40th anniversary edition. And I think this is dynamite, especially because this whole thing is a mere $3,500 shipped. And let me show you the inside, because look at this. First of all, we have a 3.5B on this guy with nearly nothing to show for it. Sure, the interior is a little dirty here and there, but that's about it. There are tiny little dents up front and on top, according to the sheet. But look at this. I don't see anything up here. I am looking at this in bright sunlight, and you guys are too. It says little tiny dents everywhere. I don't even feel them. Now the paint is pretty dirty right now, and it's easy rough. But I don't see anything. I don't feel anything. But again, that's the worst thing about this car, is that it's supposed to have little tiny dents everywhere, and I do not see them. You know what? You can see just a little teeny tiny bit. I don't even think the camera is going to pick that up. So it looks like this one saw a mild hailstorm. There's a little teeny booger right there, but that's standard Mitsubishi stuff. So hit that with a wire wheel and a little bit of silver paint. But $3,500. This thing is turbocharged with the fender mirror, 4-wheel drive, and ready to go. And it has working air conditioning and a 3-speed automatic. We've got the tape deck. We got the owner's manual. Got a phone holder, nice big grab bar. And this has what on it? 70,000 kilometers, power windows. Look how clean everything is in here. They dare to call this interior dirty. I don't see anything other than the floor mats. So here you go. Here's your 4 high and low. And just fantastic. All right, let's get around the other side and I will show you the engine bay, because this thing is nuts. And again, this is in Tiki Bunny stock. I want this. If this has to come to Tiki HQ, it's coming to Tiki HQ. All right, here we go. Let's spark this guy up. Sparks right up. We have 70,346 kilometers as of the time of recording this. The mirrors just went out. That's really cool. Oh, air conditioning works just fine. This is going to be really nice today, considering it's going to get pretty darn hot out. There you go. These are all your controls. We got the fog light controls. We got the ETC card reader. Excellent little flex. We'll reach down here and find the engine. There it goes. There's the hood. All right, what do we got here? There we are. Oh yeah, this is really clean. There it goes, just idled out. I don't see a timing belt sticker, but that's okay. It's only got 70,000 kilometers on there. Nice big intercooler. This is 100% stock across the board. I don't see anything that is out of sorts. I definitely don't see anything that looks like it's not doing the job well. It's idling out. Air conditioning compressor's working great. Nice big hood scoop right there. Cool fog lights. And then of course, it's not a Tiki inspection without getting underneath. So we're gonna put our butts on the ground and then show you exactly what you get underneath. No drips, no leaking. A little bit of surface rust here in the sills. Absolutely nothing to be concerned about. But if you do want to mitigate any of the surface rust to make sure that it doesn't get even worse over time, then we can 100% undercoat this guy and make sure that it is clean as a whistle when it gets to you. So there you go. Got nice alloys on here. Rotors are in good shape. Brake life, I really can't see it from my angle here, but yeah, we're okay on the brakes. Tires are really nice. They are from 2021. Nope, 2023, there we go. And there's no dry rot. These got plenty of tread left on them. Little sticker in the back. And let's see, it's got a nice big open swing tailgate here. I hope I don't hit this Merc. But there you go. Just really, really nice, really, really clean. Missing one trim screw, that's it. And then these pull up and fold down. You take the headrest off and you are good to go. Look at that. Everything about this is excellent. Nice big gearbox back here. Underneath that is your jack. But how can you say no to this? $3,500 shipped. This is wonderful. All right, and right behind the Aristo is our Suzuki Jimny Wide. So this is going out to one of our wonderful buyers in Wisconsin. This is an extremely rare spec, and it's one that somebody had some fun with, because we've got these custom gigantic fog lights that were cut into the bumpers. Could definitely use a little bit of polish, but if they have a 3D printer, I'm sure this is going to be not an issue whatsoever. But this is the Wide edition. I'm not even sure how to get this sucker open. You know, probably not even gonna latch it. So this is the Wide edition. So you notice it's got these nice big fender flares, nice big mud flaps on there. It's got the larger engine in there, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. It's got hood pins, and just the look of this thing is absolutely phenomenal, especially with the roof rack has been deleted, but that can go back on really soon. It's got the really cool Suzuki Sport graphics on the side, a really, really big rain guards on here, and inside we've got some very cushy seats, some switches that I'm not quite sure what they are, but they are a lot of fun to mess with. Cool personal wheel. We've got the aftermarket altimeter and inclinometer. We've got some additional headlights in the back seat, which is cool. I might pack those up. I have been packing up all the various accoutrements that are in here. We've got an extra mirror, some safety glasses, a Suzuki badge in here, which is really cool. I might have to get a shift knob for this guy. I did find this in the glove box, so you'd best believe that this is going to go in the CD player before I'm leaving. We do have a little bit of a JDM rat's nest back here, but we do have a wire up here. Air conditioning works just great. There's some additional hooks to send cables through. All things told, this is pretty great. It just desperately needs a clean. There was a bunch of kid stuff inside, so it looks like this was a vehicle for a parent and child. Again, I'm not sure why we have a Mitsubishi thing back here, but hey, it comes with a spider friend. But over here, nice big back end. We've got our some giant audio thing. This might be a CD changer. Looks like a CB radio. Tons of stuff. I'm not really sure if all this is going to make it through customs, but at the same time, you know what? We're going to take a shot at this. Just an absolute bevy of JDM stuff in here. And my guess is that customs just not going to touch it. So I'm not going to touch it either. I'm just going to let it ride, see what they do with it, and then take out the little trash bits, throw them up there so that we can clean this guy out before we send it. But you can see back here, we got really nice big mud flaps, really cool big exhaust on there, and oh, this nice big spoiler, shorty antenna. This thing is just going to be all kinds of rowdy fun, and I know full well that it's going to be an absolute blast to drive around. This right here is one of the cars that I've been desperate to get a look at, because first of all, it's a dazzling little yellow beat, and instead of the Honda logo, we have the Hello Kitty logo out the back, which is wonderful. The top is in really good shape. The rear window just needs to be cleaned. It's a little cloudy right now, and inside we've got these yellow leather seat covers. But look at this right here. Look at this. It's an automatic transmission in a beat. And then we've got the Gathers stuff up here. It smells wonderful in here. Yeah, there we go. The white musk can. Some air fresheners. I'm not sure if somebody was trying to get rid of a smell of a dog or maybe some smoking, but I don't see any ashtray, anything in here. It's been a while since I've been back in the cockpit of a beat, but we've got 146,000 kilometers, you know, pretty average for a beat of this vintage. E-brake works, so let's spark it up, see what we got here. Oh my goodness, look at this key. That's fantastic. All right, let's try this. Oh, it's big dead. That's no fun. That's okay though. We will get the charger out here and we'll take a look at it. But man, oh man, this looks so cool. Here is our auction sheet. Definitely been a little sun bleached. We've got a 3.5B across the board. Oh, we did get this at LA. That's cool. Yeah, definitely needs to be detailed. We can definitely repaint this, add some new stuff to it. That's really cool. Glove box is super tiny. It's got cassettes in here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave those because that's fantastic. And then we'll fold up this auction sheet and put it in there so that the cassettes are protected. Damn. All right, let's see how this thing works. Works great. Yeah, shifts into gear, does its thing. That's really cool how it comes down like a Toyota shifter. I have no idea whatsoever what this is out of, but there you go. It sounds super rowdy in here too. I absolutely love this thing. The exhaust is nuts. It sounds super rowdy.
Oh yeah, this is one they said is kind of like a...
Yeah, like a motorcycle exhaust. Or something. All right, so super rare to have that right there, which is great. Sparks right up with the charger box. Thank you to Nate from Car Deal Page. And then listen. That sounds awesome. There we go. Now it's complete. I've got stickers and air fresheners for every single one of these cars. Cannot wait to get every single one looking fresh with Tiki Money merch. Now, not every one of these cars is mine. This one is actually going to Crazy K Imports in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. When we were delivering the last Terios Kid to Continental Motors, his dude Dave, who very helpfully drove us up there, wanted one of these super duper bad. And we picked this up for him. He wanted automatic 4-wheel drive with working air conditioning and lower miles. So this one's got 135K on there. It's got these nice leather seat covers. Smells a-okay in here. It's got a USB hub, nice big screen, and it's got the video mirror. That's so cool. Let's see what's over here in the dash. Just some various JDM toll receipts and otherwise good stuff. Let's see if this sparks up. Nope, big dead, unfortunately enough, but we do have our 4-wheel drive switch, power mirrors, and it's just clean all the way around. Again, we picked this up for an extraordinarily reasonable price, as is tradition with these Terios Kids, but it does have the Aero Down kit on there, which is also a big ask. Still got the graphics, nice big spare tire, no cover, but that's okay. Cool silver mirrors right here. The hood is, you know, needs a wrap, as is tradition, but we do have the big fog lights on there. I am just thrilled with this one because I always love it when somebody says, hey, I want a blank, and we are able to find something under budget in just the absolute right way across the board. And of course, we're gonna get underneath it. Looking real good. No drips, no stains, just the way it needs to be. Wheel wells are looking pretty darn clean. Brakes, the rotors could probably use some, yeah, this one's gonna definitely need some brakes. The pads are kind of flat in there. But what a super cool car. Power windows all the way around. Just thrilled with this guy. Just thrilled. Over here is another one of ours. This is a 1996 Suzuki Carry. This one is, as far as I'm considered, God spec because it has four-wheel drive, air conditioning, round eye headlights, and a manual transmission. So this is one of these incredibly rare trucks, especially one with a reasonable amount of miles on it. This one's only got 87,000 and starts right up. This one has definitely been utilized as a work truck. The seats are a little bit dirty, not a big deal. Get these things, some nice seat covers on there. Unfortunately enough, the radio is doing its thing. There we go, it's off now. But here we go, working air conditioning. That's wonderful. Wow, that blows cold right away. That is wonderful. Otherwise, we've got our axle lock over here, which is a great feature for doing just about anything. It's got the rubberized floor mats in there, which is really cool, and what looks like an owner's manual, also very, very nifty. Here's the magical four-wheel drive high and low, but otherwise, yeah, it's dusty and dirty, and it needs a pretty hefty clean inside and out, but it's a work truck. And it's, you know, a work truck that's done work stuff, and that's something that I actually look for in trucks, just to make sure that the vehicle, nope, no ashes in there, even better, it smells great in here. I always like to make sure that the trucks have actually been used for truck stuff, because a lot of the times they're just gonna get, you know, driven and then put away and then forgotten about. So the fact that this has a pretty magical number of miles on it and is still in excellent condition, just leads me to believe that somebody really cared for this truck, used it as a work truck, but took enough care of it so that there's no holes in the exhaust. There's no drips, no leaks, little teeny tiny bits of surface rust, but that's about it. Let's take a look at these tires, because they do look relatively old. These guys are from 2019. So they can probably get redone. We got a little bit of budget in there to take care of it, but just a really great truck all the way around. Finding this spec has been incredibly difficult across the board. I've actually found two of them. This is the second. So seeing this here right now is awesome, because this is just a huge victory flag. Just a little bit of, you know, normal surface boogery nonsense, a little bit of extra goop around things just to keep them sealed. Nothing of concern. It has active shocking, which is really cool. That says that it's been driven on the highway. You know, little bits of paint. I don't think that was added on there specifically. I believe this truck was just used for painting, and that's why it's all on there. So, bed sides look great. Bed's been clearly used, but not abused. Engine sounds fantastic. Let's give it a rev now that it's warmed up a little bit. Make sure the e-brake is on, it's not gear. That's good, here we go. Sounds wonderful. So again, after a solid detail, this is going to make some folks in Wisconsin very, very happy, and I cannot wait to see this guy back home. So here you go. This is your truck. I am thrilled with it. It's even better than I thought it was. And I'm gonna take delivery of this hopefully in a couple of months at most, and I can't wait to see this. All right, here we go, another one. This is our Will VI recently purchased. This color really, really pops in person. Like in the photos, it looks super silver. But when you get right up close to this, it is definitely like a really nice sky blue. There's a little tiny bit of fade right here. The hood looks really nice. It's just dirty. The mirrors might have had paint on them at one point in time, but I think they look good in black. Headlights could use some polish. Yeah, the mirrors did have paint on them at one point in time, but I think it's just easy enough to get them all off there. Looks good. Definitely needs a good clean in here. Smells fine. Smells great. Not sure what these were, if there was something there, but it's on both doors, so that's cool. These door locks are absurd. They're so huge. And as I mentioned, I've said this before, I'll say it again. The back of the Will VI is not for human use. It just is not. Unless you have kids, dogs, or groceries, like that is just what's going on back here. And then right here, I love this little sticker. This actually says, be careful, this door frame wraps around, so don't put your fingers here or else you'll smash them in there. So look at this whole C-pillar, the door wraps around the reverse rake C-pillar to form this thing. Oh, it's got reflectors up here too. I love everything about the Will VI. I just think it's a super cool car, super cool design, super duper slept on. Just a really interesting design all the way around. Oh, this is the staining that we have to get rid of. So, you know what? In the pictures, it made it look way worse, but it's actually very small. It fits under my hand. So just a good steam clean will probably get that out. All told, the floor mats look pretty good. Nice big screen, air conditioning, got an air freshener. We'll replace that with one of ours. But yeah, not a ton of wear in here. I was worried that it was going to be worse, but we've got these door baskets, which is really cool. So I think we're gonna have to spark this thing up and take a look at it, because this is definitely one of my favorite buys in the last couple of months, because man, oh man. Let's get underneath it, because it's not a Tiki inspection without one. Oh yeah. Yeah, there is nothing at all to worry about. But then again, you know it as well as I do. If it's a Tiki Bunny car, there's no rust, there's no issues. And if there are anything mechanical that needs to get done, we are going to get it done. All right, let's pop this hood. Here we go. Very, very, very clean. Absolutely clean inside. I love it. No extra wires, no leaks, no muss, no fuss. Good color. Yes. So this engine was shared in the United States with the Yaris. It is a timing chain. It is known for its durability and longevity. We're going to do some very basic services to this, plugs, wires. We might even do the ignition coils because it is relatively inexpensive to do. But yeah, this looks really, really good. All things around, there's nothing out of place, nothing missing. You can check the fluids. Battery is also very strong. And next we need to get inside and spark this guy up. All right. Wow, there's so much room up front. Oh man, this is such a good cruiser. All right, there's this guy. We'll put that up there. We got this big bin for the glove box. But let's take the key and spark this sucker up. Right up. Sounds healthy, sounds strong. We can try out the air conditioning here. There we go, hit the AC button. Turn that up, see what we think. It's got 131,000 kilometers, which is absolutely nothing on these. Looks like this guy needs to get glued back down, but we've got power windows. Both work. I would imagine the rears are cranks. Yep, there are crank windows back there. And you know what? That's not a handle back there. I'll have to look at a bunch of pictures of the Will VI and find out what those actual holes are. But yeah, let's seal this guy up. Air conditioning's blowing real cold, which is wonderful right now because it is extremely humid outside, which is typical of Osaka. But yeah, this guy fires right up. He's got some hooks for your wires. I love these big cubbies over here to just sit whatever you want in there. I'm thrilled. This is wonderful. This is a great buy. And right next door to our Will is this amazing Subaru Sambar Diaz 2. And first of all, it's in this really wonderful custom color of forest green. It's got the nice big rain guards on the doors. It's got really cool alloy wheels. It's got California mirrors. It's got this really nice gingham interior, front and back. But it also has this. Call it what you will. Daihatsu's got this the twin cosmic roof, the crystal light roof, the super aero roof. Whatever it is impossibly cool inside the van. So once you get inside here, we can just lean back, open it up, and there you go. Nothing but sky over the top of us. And fortunately for us, the radio has also been helpfully deleted for a mere 93,000 kilometers. Oh, do you see it right there? That's right, this van is four-wheel drive. This van has the super roof up top. This van has pop-up cup holders. This van is supercharged. It has everything, and do you see it? Because I don't. There is no ECVT right there because this is an automatic transmission. Got crank windows in the back. We've got power windows up front, and we just have one heck of an amazing find in this van. And much like some of our other really cool finds, this one is going to Continental Motors. There we go. Take a look here in the back. Make sure not to hit this guy. Wow, those things work great. So yeah, we've got all this space back here. We've got wherever the hubcaps were for whatever steel is around there. And down there you can see the bus seat heater. So that's operated by that button right there. So if you want heat in the back seat, you've got it going on. The only thing this one does lack right now is rear seat belts, but that's okay. Got to get rid of this guy. This isn't a Tiki Bunny air freshener. You see that guy up there? Can't have other people's air fresheners in here. Just can't do it. No, sir. But there you go. Really clean interior, really cool color. And you know what? I thought this whole thing was repainted, and if it was done really well. Let's take a look under the carpet here. Oh, it's held down with pins, but there's your engine bay right there. And your engine is actually underneath here. So let's take a look. Everything looks really clean. Nothing dripping, nothing of note. There was an issue with the four-wheel drive hubs. An ABS light was popping on, so we were able to get that off with a simple little hub swap. And there we go. This guy is ready to go to Wisconsin. So this one will be available at Continental Motors. It's going to ship in the next couple of weeks, so by the summertime this thing will land. And if you want your hands on this one, I'm not quite sure what the price is going to be just yet, but it is just about ready to ship. And yeah, it does have some imperfections in the paint here. Nothing of concern. Maybe some wet sanding will bring that back around. But what an awesome van. Somebody is going to love the absolute heck out of this, and I can 100% see why, because it is just dynamite. All right, so this is another vehicle right here in the Tiki Bunny stock. We got a nice big swing tailgate on here on this Terios Kid. All the trim screws are in place. We get the low-down kit with that nice big spoiler and this lovely blue paint. I think the only thing wrong with it is this little scrape right here, which is kind of unsightly. It's got a little surface rust in there, but nothing that's going to affect the overall condition. There's some tape right here that needs to come off because when we originally got this vehicle, this window was not working. We do have the window guard inside, which is going to get put back on. But here we go. We got a 3.5C. There you go. There's your A4 scratch right there, but it's got alloy wheels, power windows. So this power window on the left side was not working previously, but that's obviously been fixed. But this is 5-speed. There's your rain guard back there. The roof is plastic, which is nice for sound deadening and just durability. It's got a mere 131,000 kilometers on here. Got pop-out cup holders. A nice, looks like a cassette player actually, which is hilarious. Does smell a little bit smoky in here, but that's okay because that'll go away with an air freshener. But power windows all the way around. Very, 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 very cool vehicle. I'm very happy that we've got this one in stock, especially because the engine looks really, really good. Nice big scoop in there. The scoop is still on there, which is sometimes a rarity. Belts look fine. Looks like there is an oil change sticker on there, but I don't see a timing belt sticker on there just yet. We can fix that certainly before it leaves Japan. Yeah, no leaks, no smudges. Lots of room to work on the engine. Belts are in pretty good shape around the engine, which is great. So there you go. So this Terios Kid can be yours for $3,500 shipped. If you want to do some additional services, timing belt, oil, it can all be taken care of for you. Nice cool back seat. It's got the cardboard for I think the glass or the window regulator that came in. So that's all done. It's got really cool alloy wheels on there. And of course, let's get underneath it, show you guys what we're looking at. Very, very clean all the way around. How are the brakes looking? Got drums in the rear. Got discs in the front. They're a little pitted. Brake pads got some really good life on there. So that's certainly good. We've got Geolanders on here. Where are they from? These are 2020s, so they're relatively new, but they're nice Yokohamas all the way around. Geolanders. But let's spark this thing up, see if it wants to start. Nope, dead as a doornail. But it does have four-wheel drive, low and high, which is cool. Manual transmission with the push of a button. And man, oh man. Again, $3,500 for a really cool little vehicle that you can go absolutely anywhere with. This will be a perfect daily. This is a fun little off-roader, fun little weekend warrior, and it looks fantastic. This paint code should be nice and easy to match. And again, if you want this little scratch fixed before it leaves Japan, we can 100% do that. Heck, if you want this whole thing done up like an anime paint job, we can also do that, thanks to No Side Garage and Way Before the Fame's hard work dealing with them. And also, we got fog lights down here. So very, very, very cool vehicle. A little bit of paint fade on the roof, but that's okay. The price is right. So if you want this, let me know. It's a wonderful vehicle, awesome color. And I've driven these in the United States with our last one that came in for Continental Motors. They are just absolute workhorses. These will go forever, and just keep fluids in it and it's good to go. All right, and here it is, our Caldina GTT. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this car, it does have the same engine as the Celica. I'm in here, the air conditioning blows blissfully cold. This is just a really cool car all the way around. Sunglass holders. We got rear mirrors with a bill holder in there. Everything looks super duper clean. We get the really cool Caldina floor mats. And I think it's time to take a look at the engine on this thing because it is really cool. So let's sneak out. Ooh, it sounds really good too. Let me get this mic down there. Yeah, it sounds fantastic. All right, let's take a look at the engine. It's definitely a little dirty, needs some cleaning, but this one hasn't been in for service yet, so I'm super not worried about it. There we go. No gas struts on this one, kind of a pain in the neck, but where is our hood strut? There it is, over here on the left. So this right here is a very special engine. And if you recognize it from the look of this, this is the 3S GTE turbo engine that was also found in the Celica. So this is doubly cool because it's a Celica turbo engine and a wagon, which makes this thing super duper cool. In addition, this is also four-wheel drive, so this is one heck of a hot wagon that's just looking super duper good, and it sounds super duper good, even before we get all the service stuff. So I am really thrilled by this. Massive intercooler up front, just an absolute unit. Just a quick look at the tires down here. Oh yeah, they're brand new, they're good. Got a little bit of paint fade across the rear spoiler, but that's absolutely nothing. We can get that wrapped when it arrives. And let me tell you, this guy is gonna have a really cool story when it arrives in the US. And I can't tell you anything about it now, but it does have this slide out tonneau cover, which is really nice. Underneath here, got the really snazzy gearbox, and then underneath that, we have our spare well. Absolutely no rust whatsoever in here. Close that guy up. Got a little carbon on the rear spoiler, which is just a sticker, but still gives it that little bit of an attitude. It's got all this pollen on it, which we'll try to get rid of. The back seats are really, really nice. Plenty of room back here. Got an accessory socket, so you actually have a whole wall plug back there. Not used. Got a little bit of a hole right there, but that's just wear items. The seats are looking good. There's just a little bit of wear in the bolstering, but yeah, it's really nice in here. The clutch is really tight, but very, very, very cool car. 4-wheel drive, turbocharged wagon, 5-speed manual with a nifty little security system, 4-window power windows. Just a unit. I am thrilled by this, and I cannot wait to tell you guys where this is going and why it's going, because you're gonna love it even more. What a cool car. This is a Subaru Legacy B4 NSK Blitzen edition. So it's got the really cool body kit on it and this absolutely unique spoiler. It's got a monstrous exhaust on there, as you can see by the size of my foot compared to it. This is just your hottest of hot cars with the long rain guard, the huge turbo scoop on it, the really cool grille, and inside we've got some extra bonuses. We've got an STI seat in there to make it look super legit. The back seats and passenger seats are all original. We've got some additional pieces in here to fix this. We've got a dash mat in here to make it look really good. We've got this really nice shift knob. Very, very cool. What's in here? Got some additional trim bits to bring it back to original if you want it to. But all told, this one is one heck of a rocket. And let's pop the engine and I will show you the reason why. Here we go. There you are. This is a Subaru Boxer twin turbo engine paired to a 5-speed manual with an STI strut bar. It is extremely clean all the way around. There we go. So it's got 112,000 kilometers on it, which is absolutely nothing on a car like this. Really cool drift wheel. Oh man, the mirror is tinted. Let's turn this off because that's too loud. Air conditioning is already on and is blowing cold. That's awesome. This car rules. Oh wow, it's even got an LED up in here. Somebody is locked in. Like, this feels super, super good. I might move this Land Cruiser VX in front of me. It looks like a 100 series. And drive this around because this thing is absolutely epic. Look at that little pop-out cup holder for you. This is gonna fail the big freaking bottle here, but that's okay because this thing just rips. What a cool car. Man, oh man, I with a power mode no less. So very, very, very excited to see this and to experience it in general because man, what a unit. So if you want this one, then I'm gonna put a price up on the screen shipped that's downright reasonable on a super duper cool car like this. Over here, we have our R2. Now, we knew this car was gonna be pretty rough when we first got it, but they are having some issues with it because it is obviously a very old car. It's got some corrosion, top and bottom. You know what? All things considered, this is not bad. Obviously, the paint is pretty chuffed. It's peeling off, but this is all surface rust. I'm more worried about this crunchiness down here. Oh, well, I guess we're not going to worry about that anymore. But there is some paint problems there, but the issue right now is that they need an alternator on this. And they're nervous about it because it's also leaking oil. But really, we're just going to tell them to go whole hog. It's otherwise a beautiful car. It's a classic Subaru. There are so precious few of these around Japan that actually having this here is kind of a miracle. So I'm super thrilled that we actually found this one. It was a Yahoo auction buy. This one actually has active shocking through the end of the year because this dude was actually driving this around when we bought it. So 73,000 kilometers on the wheel. Everything works, it just doesn't start up. And when it does start up, it's got an oil leak. So it's not really a big concern about it now. It's just a matter of getting it running and stopping the leaks so that we can get it on a boat. But this guy is really cool, and this is not the engine, that's the frunk. The engine is actually back here. This is a rear engine, air-cooled two-stroke Subaru. So this is one of the Proto K cars from the early 70s. I believe this one's a 72, but there you go. You've got a really cute little car that definitely needs some TLC, and where this is going in the Pacific Northwest, it's definitely going to get that TLC, and I cannot wait to see this thing up and running, because what a darling little car. Like, so much of this obviously just runs and works, or else they wouldn't be, I mean, driving this. If it didn't work, if there were major problems with this, then it wouldn't even have shotgun on it. But look at this all original interior, the nice kind of leather stitching. There's no corrosion holes in the floor or anything. 4-speed stick. Just such a cool car all the way around. The dash is in pretty darn good shape. We've just got one little crack right here, but even the headliner is just so good. So again, yeah, this paint needs to come off of here. There's no way around that. All the paint needs to come off. There's a little bit of body work on the front left over here, but really, just an impressive little beast, and I can't wait to see what these guys do with it to make it run, because this thing has to get home. All right, with all our cars taken a look at, properly stickered up with fresh air fresheners, and now that you've taken a look at your Kenchi stock, I think it's time to break out the Tiki mobile. So let's get the GoPro in the back and start checking the undersides of these cars and just having a bunch of fun. Now that's how we do an inspection.